G'day, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mind, where as a Chapter 1, Season 1 veteran, I'm going to be bringing you guys the latest and greatest tips, tricks, strategies, and more to winning not only more games, but more crowns in Fortnite Chapter 6. Alright, as we can see here, we're going to be trying out a new POI. Alright, this is going to be Cletus's cornhole. Alright, so Cletus and Brandine are definitely going to be two sort of household names there in terms of my memory. So guys, yeah, if you're keen to see us here, take it back for the crown win, potentially even, well, look, I want to get the Jebediah head. Okay, that's my sort of goal for this game. Make sure you guys do hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button. Alright, we've got these chug splashes, which are going to get us up nearly to full health, but do be mindful to be a little bit wary of the bushes here. A couple of G-Wagons around here. Actually, I'm not a terrible hater on that. I'm actually quite a fan of all the G-Wagons that are at this location. I think that is where, you know, a lot of players are going to be very, very upset about this season compared to at least prior seasons. It's going to be just a sheer, at least seemingly, lack of mobility items here. So do bear that in mind if you guys are looking for some mobility items, that you're going to be a little bit behind the 8 ball there. Go for some high ground real quick. Of course, he does have a banana peely new sort of NPC there, which is going to be quite interesting. We do have a few changes I would like to go over as well in today's episode, guys. So to do a little bit of a recap, right, we do have quite a lot of new items, quite a lot of new weapons, as well as some shield items. So you guys would have seen we actually picked up this item here, right, the Krusty Burger. Now, the Krusty Burger is arguably going to be one of the more formidable healing items, oh my lord, in the game right now. Crazy drop here, crazy drop from the chest. Always, guys, make sure you're going for these chests in these crates. Alright, but yes, the burger will be able to heal you up for 30 health, or should we say 30 shield, and then 15 white health as well, so a lot of potential there. Poor guy just got absolutely obliterated there. He does make a little bit of high ground. I want to rotate around to this side of the hill. It's going to be the Gwenpool. Oh, he's going to be cracked there. A lot of damage here, guys. A lot of damage. I'm going to wait for him to try and get in that car. Try and destroy the trees that are in front. Don't think we'll be able to, though. And look, with only 75 bullets there, we might just have to make a run for it. Let us see. Of course, he will manage to get away there. Because of just how limited mobility is, I want to just be trying to remove the general sort of mobility on the map. So if I see someone with that car, I want to be going for them. I wouldn't usually recommend... We do have a shockwave. I wouldn't usually recommend standing still like that in a gunfight. I'm pretty confident this player is a bot. Definitely took a little bit more damage than I would have intended there. But of course, look, we do have a lot of healing items, so we're going to showcase some off right now. So we've got the minis, of course. You're going to have your splashes, which are going to come in handy as well. Very, very quick item. However, the burgers, guys, I have heard are going to be the hottest thing for this season, so do bear that in mind. Trying to think, we might go for the Thunder, try and give it a little bit of that practice, alright, because this is going to be a slower firing gun. So as you guys can see here, this is pretty much as fast as it can go. It will be very, very hard hitting though, so I feel like it's kind of a little bit more balanced, right? Now, there is going to be a lot of quick and sweaty players, right? This is the start of the season, guys. This is just something that happens every season. Alright, is that you're going to notice a lot of sweaty players. So, I feel like the reason for this is going to be mixed. It's going to be varied. Alright, there's going to be a lot of players who have had, you know, quite a bit of a hiatus from Fortnite that are finally coming back. And they're going to say, Butter, I tell ya, I'm in for some wins. I tell you, they have been absolutely grinding up the rank in other game modes. And here they are. So, do be cautious of that. Do be mindful of it. If you're not getting wins just yet, hang in there. I promise you. Alright, your wins will be coming soon. It might just take about a week or two, you know, for these players to get a little bit bored and hopefully move on there. Now, there's another new item there. It's called the Blinky Fish. The Blinky Fish will give you those 0-point sort of dashes there. Now, And I tell you what, another new item is called Butter's driving skills, and I tell you, it is not something you should pick up. Alright, let us go over here. Now, the blinky fish, guys, when you do eat it, you get those dashes. Be cautious, alright? They are not going to be exactly like the 0-point dashes. They will not avoid full damage, so you will be taking full damage with that. Be very mindful. Alright, now, guys, additionally, we are going to be using these bushes, which I think a lot of players are going to be very upset about, is just with the way that the cell shading and other things like that do work. Right shoulder peak. It's not really a spray weapon, is it? Alright, we're going to get used to it. That's okay. I do see Temp in the chat there going down. We know Temp. Temp is actually a very decent player. He did drop his crown. Been a while since I played with him. Old mate down by there. I want to grab this other vehicle. This one is completely trashed. But you know what? We're going to jump into the passenger seat here. Wait for him to jump out to shotgun us. And then we're going to try and grab the driver's seat. Ready? 3, 2. Any moment now, surely. Okay, he's trying to bait us. He is trying to bait us here, which is fair enough. We grab the driver's seat. Grab a little bit of distance here with that shockwave. We have a porta bunker. Oh, well played to him. Amazing. Incredible shockwave by that player. That is so unfortunate for us. Now, in terms of where he's at right now, I don't think we're going to be able to catch up to him. Look, if we could get another car, we might be able to get a bit of distance. There is some shots over to our left. Maybe that's the direction he went. I do hear another shockwave up on top of the hill there. We're going to try and make our way up. Grab this high ground. There is a car. I think that's him over there. In terms of ammunition, we're a little bit shy as well. Only 105 bullets. Look, I would have preferred to get that kill. It is just going to be pretty unfortunate sometimes, you know. There's not much you can do about it. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode so far, make sure you do hit that like button. And you hit that subscribe button. Alright, now we do have old mate running around to the side there. Soon as you see a player running and you're shooting at them and then they stop running, bear in mind they're probably going to start returning fire. Right, if they have stopped running, it means that they have found cover, they feel safe. And one of the worst things you can do is really approach a player when they do feel safe. Right, it can depend, of course, on your just individual play style, and if you feel like, hey, you know what, I might actually be able to turn the tides here. And you might actually be able to, right? It's not to say that you can't just shockwave on top of that guy right now. But of course, we don't really have any shockwaves, right? Mobility is very, very limited right now. And this map is new. You know, this is, of course, our second game. I do a few warm-ups and blitz, and then I do come on over into Battle Royale to give you guys that sort of first impressions, that fresh sort of reaction there. I do see an airdrop. I kind of want to go for it, but I also wanted to go for the Jebediah head, so I don't know what that is. Alright, is this going to be a quest? I'm curious, guys, would you guys like to see me do a quest sort of series there? I feel like that could be fun. Alright, old mate over there, he's going to be removing our car. Purple tack, though. It's going to be quite nice. And there's also a big boy here, so I'm going to hide back behind this. I want to make sure that, hey, if he's going for the kill, I want him to try and shoot out. Alright, I want him to try and shoot out that bus instead. Try and go for the quick and cheeky fuel up. Just absolutely grab that car there. We do hit him for a little bit of the unbelievable. Not even too sure which way he went. Trying to get used to this graphic art style is also going to be, I think, on a few people's minds, right? A lot of people, a lot of you guys down there in the comments section have been telling me, but it is just not something I'm a huge fan of. Right, it's hard to see players in bushes as well, so do be very mindful of that. Bush play is going to be a hell of a strategy this season. Alright, it's only going to be a month long though, so unbelievable. Try and reload whilst we are going down this hill. We'll go for this bush instead, because again, look, bush plays, guys. This is, I think, the strategy Right, it is a rats. It's a rats game right now. I think with how the season is currently situated in terms of its loot pool, in terms of the graphic style, and also the small map. Right, you can have a look here. We've only explored a couple of places. The zone is actually moving over towards Camp Krusty. We do have a very nice looking drop pod there, so we're going to silently crouch up here because we do not know who is on top of this hill. We also got some splashes there. I'm going to stop running. Alright, we're just going to try and run, we're going to try and grab a little bit more distance. If there was a player up there, you know what, hopefully we do have this purple tack. Alright, it is going to be doing a lot of damage. But here we go, we've now capitalized this area. Now there is going to be a forecast tower in this game mode like before. So there are forecast towers, there are going to be more quests. Alright, which are going to be pretty advantageous. So where are they? Where are they situated? I don't even think they show up on the map right now. They might be these. I can't quite tell you for certain. But if we do spot them, we will let you know. Now, there will be some guards there as well, like in past seasons. So you just want to kill the guards. There will be the head guard, that head henchman or henchgoon. I think that, no, but you can take what seems to be these nice little power lines to rotate around this map. That actually might be a nice strategy as well. Like, I think give us maybe a week, guys. I say give us a week, you know, come back then. We'll see how we go in terms of getting all that that knowledge there in terms of, okay, what are the best places to land? Right, actually, temp is still in the game there. Rewind the video in 0.25 speed. You guys will see temp followed by a bunch of numbers. Some of you guys who have already hit that like button, who have already hit that subscribe button, will remember temp from previous episodes. Do not like having no cover up here. Fair enough. Wait for that overshield. I'm gonna go for the burgers here, and they do stack. Right, they do in fact stack. I think he's running up. Ah, so close. 10 health is crazy. 10 health is crazy. Guys, we're going to watch the rest of this, I think, because this is something you guys have told us that you would like to see in past episodes. So we're going to see how Deity XQ will be able to send this back for the win. Right, we'll check who else is in the lobby. Right, we've got Michael here. We've got Michael 22365 with this new Bart skin as well. Deity picking up the crown. He's got that exotic, crusty... I forget what it's called. We're still learning it. But this one is interesting. This is the one where if you shoot a player, it gives them a balloon and they fly up to the sky. It also works on cars. It is doing a lot of damage here. It is the exotic weapon. Alright, now of course we do have Temp 805 here. It is good to see you again, Temp. A very trippy skin here. Or at least an effect. I think that is the Blinky Fish, but... whatever the case, they do have the gold tactical here, right? The gold striker AR as well, right? They've got a cheeky little pet. I'm not even too sure how that is in the game. Let me know down below in the comment section. But it's Deity here going against Temp. He does jump up on top of the rock side here. He's getting quite low, but I can't believe it, the tactical. It is just such a beautiful sight to see. Alright, it didn't matter to Deity. He picked up our guns. He thought, but I tell you, this is something that I think is going to get us the win. But look, going up against Temp is a hard thing to do. This is probably one of the best... it's one of the best players that we've actually spectated randomly, right, on the Oceanic servers here. The shockwave for the distance here. Now with the gold, of course, striker plus the twin fire, or should we say the tack, right? It's going to be quick like the twin fire, but this Bart NPC is going to have a lot of mobility. But Temp sending it back for the win there, guys. If you did enjoy this episode, if you are keen to see more, if you would like me to stay tuned and watch the players, like when we die, if you want me to sort of, you know, spectate them like we did in today's episode, let me know down below in the comments section. Is it something you want to see? Do you not care for it? But as always, take care. Garnier.